Morning, Monday, June 15th, back with another MLB video here for y'all. How we doing? How was the weekend? Seems like a lot of y'all are slow to start, man. Slow to start. The numbers are looking light so far in terms of who's usually in here by this time. So I guess we'll give people a little bit of a minute, but how was the weekend? Y'all probably see why I choose Sundays for my day off on streaming. Yesterday was pretty boring. Although some people had some hits, but overall the games yesterday were pretty boring. It's a Monday, yeah. I had gigs all weekend. There we go. Bro, my room is so hot. I'm gonna have to grind through this stream today. Broncos beat the Raiders 23-9. Yeah, I mean, okay, outside of that game. Yeah. That one was crazy. That one was crazy. Watch list. I gotta clear this from yesterday. Weather. It's hot as hell. 91. Actually, it's not as hot as I expected it to be all around. Huh. Worked all weekend. Now we're ready for Money Making Monday. Hell yeah. It's definitely with the resub. I appreciate that. Juan Soto sold me again. You like the new tag update? There we go. Yeah, that's from the chat. Someone asked for that, so we did that. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about or what he's talking about when he says the tag update, someone wanted to exclude certain tags. So now let's say you're like, oh, I want to see guys who are, I want to get rid of the small sample size. That was what the exact sample or the exact request was. Now you click once. Okay, you search by small sample size. You click twice. It excludes small sample size. Third time and it resets to nothing. So 2 clicks and you exclude the tag. So say like some people when they're using their trends are like, oh, my trends tell me that, I don't know, guys who have elite barrels are good, but we don't want them to be a nomad, so we exclude the nomad. And I'll only show you guys that, don't have that tag, but have the elite barrels, right? Stuff like that. So pretty cool. So that is update there. Take out all the red. You did that in junior hit? Well, I guess you could do that way. I mean, sometimes the reds, though, like, they're not the end of the world. Let's see here. What do we got for no home run zone? I posted this earlier today. 25 expected homers today. Across 10 games. That's pretty good. Where is this athletics game now? Is this back in Sacramento or is this... Yeah, it looks like it's probably back in Sacramento, even though it says Las Vegas Ballpark. Gotta swap that back out. They got me working with this back and forth stuff. Yeah, WTF or WT Falk with the 20 stream streak. Wow. But anyway, 25 homers today is pretty good. A little over 2. That's like 2.5 a game. 3.75 here, 3 here, almost 3 here. Yo, Stro with the gifted. I appreciate that. Brenton 1995 with the sub. Happy birthday, King Vino. Happy birthday. You had Blade, James Wood, and Soto. Actually, can we talk about something? Our last community lay. What was it? Our last community lay was Wood, Churio, and Rumfield. Remember that? On Saturday. Wood, Churio, Rumfield was the community lay. That lay hit on Sunday, bro. When you do another 50% off, probably not for a very long time, WTF. That was like a one-time thing. That was just like a one-time, one-day little thing. But you can use code RUDE, R-U-D-E. You get 25% off for life. Well, as long as you're subbed. So if you use code RUDE, you keep that 25%, which is pretty good. So, honestly, the smart people who did, I kind of got burned. I didn't expect it. A lot of smart people use the 25% and the 50% codes on like the yearly. I always got a little confused when I see people use the 50% code on a week. If you use the 50% code, you hammer the month on or the yearly on that, and you're paying like $10 a month almost. So I didn't expect it, but a lot of people did that. 1, 2 2-leg home run plays and a 3-leg off your stream this weekend. There you go. Fall, come sub up. Use code RUDE. You got this. You got this, brother. It'll keep paying for itself. Cattell sold Friday. Stan the man, 50% off for 6 months. Yeah, like Stan. Stan burned me. There you go. You got me on that one. That's smart. So yeah, a lot of games here projected around like the 3 home run mark. And then a few, yeah, I mean, we should have a decent day. Let's get started. Rubet site is the go. I appreciate that, Kevin Parlay guy. I appreciate that. Alec been on a heater. Yeah, he has. Noelvi is the Marte of Arizona. Yeah, he has. Nike with the tier 1. I appreciate that. Hell yeah. For those of you guys who don't know, if you're new to the chat here, why would you sub to the Twitch? Well, 2 reasons. 1, you get instant replays to the stream. So if you have to leave or if you come late or you miss a stream, you can get instant replays on the Twitch profile, only accessible to subs to replay the stream. 2, every other day is sub-only chat. So you get chat privileges. And 3, I guess you get no ads. No ads. So that's why you would sub the $5 or the free with Amazon Prime. Free Prime subs. What are we at sub-wise? 230 out of 250? All right, we're 20 away from 250. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. A lot of y'all in here. Ryan Gusto versus Zach Wheeler. Also, I don't really know what's going on with the music, so we'll let it play. I can't put my headphones on. I'll be way too hot. Gusto last sentence. The hell's going on here? Jagger Jack with the 5 gifted. Hell yeah, appreciate that. KK 4 bands, Cracker Jack, Wandon, Jeffy J, and Rafael is with the gifted subs from Jagger Jack. Good morning. I appreciate that. Hell yeah. Thank you. Gusto last year was giving up homers. This year, he hadn't given up any homers yet. 52% ground ball. Oh my God, 5-1 ground ball to fly. He gets 5 ground balls for every fly ball he gets. Ryan Gusto has come out and said hello. This year he's kind of crazy. Zach Wheeler giving up a lot of homers to lefties, 4% of the time, 7-9. Fly ball rate's pretty even for lefties and righties. The hard hit's a lot higher for lefties though. 4-seam splitters, cutter. Let's check it out. 4-seam splitter, cutter. Liam Hicks, good fly ball here, low blast, good angle, good ground ball. 45% ground ball rate for him. So Wheeler's still nice, man. Owen Casey. I did not maximize the bonus bets for goals scored in the games, Kirk. I should have. I did the promo with the USA 1 shot on goal for the free $25, but other than that, I didn't do anything else. Should have, though. In hindsight, I'm like, damn, why did I not do any of that? They were giving away money. Yeah, y'all know what to do with Owen Casey, man. I don't. I don't like it. Steak with the 5 gifted. Steak, I appreciate that. Thank you. Good sir. J6, biggest body, no limit Berg, E-Swerve, and Auto Gelato. Y'all thank Steak for the gifted sub. I appreciate that. And you're number 1. Oh, no, you're number 3 on the gifted leaderboard. You told me Trio wouldn't homer off Sanchez, man. They're crazy, bro. Trio's putting up Ohtani numbers right now. He's putting up Ohtani numbers right now. Swear to God. They have like the same OPS, same home run rate. That guy's a beast. Well, I bought this. Showed it before, but that's why we got the Trio anime and a PSA 10 just chilling here. This thing's going to age like fine wine. He's only 22 years old. When he's 30 years old, this is going to be a banger. When he's Hall of Fame, I invested in Churio. My guy. That is my guy. Owen Casey, pinch hit risk. I'm not doing it. He looks pretty good, but I'm just not doing it. I am just not doing it. I'm sorry. Brewers hitting homers now? They have been. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what the hell's going on. We'll get to that game in a bit, though. Oh, they don't play today. They play tomorrow. Cooper Pratt got called up. That's what I wanted to talk about, but that's a tomorrow conversation. Stowers, four-seam fastball, splitter, cutter. Four-seam fastball, splitter, cutter. Let me just get rid of this. It's a lot of four seams. It's a lot of four seams. I mean, I guess Stowers, right? He's okay. Looks pretty good on the blast. His ground ball is just a little high. When's the last time he hit a homer? When was the last time he hit a homer? June 10th. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I just don't like the pitch mix rating. Only a 3.8. But he's good on the splitter. Decent on the cutter, and he's decent on the four seam. Not a huge fan of him against Zach Wheeler. I mean, the Marlins in general. Sinker, four-seam sweeper to the righties. How's Heriberto look? Heriberto Hernandez looks pretty crazy, can't lie. Looks pretty crazy. Berto looks nice. I'm going to put Berto on there. Also a pretty tough pitch mix rating, but that's just because his stuff is just too good. Man. Wow. Berto's hitting it hard, so I'll put Berto on there for the Marlins today. I'll put Berto on there, especially at plus 730. Decent value. You're getting some good value on him as a long shot. Gusto. Yeah. Four-seam change cutter. Yeah, Schwarber looks decent. I mean, he looks very good, I should say. Schwarber does look very good. Bryson Stott's not bad. Schwarber does look really good. I just... Plus 225. Yo, what up, B. Brown? How we doing? Top of the morning. Top of the morning. That was me. I said Soto was back. That's why we took him that day. His day he hit a home run, we took him. And a lot of people in the chat agreed he was coming back, too. He looked like he was ready to go. And he went 2 in a row. I'm not going to do Schwarber today. Kyle Schwarber for blood after what happened this weekend. Yeah, he got he got kind of exposed against Miz and Harrison. But he looks decent today. Just, I mean, at 210, 215, 225. Not really exciting. Not really exciting. Harper's been a bit brutal here with the launch angle and the ground ball. 60% ground ball. Good blast, but 60% ground ball is crazy. Change, cutter, four seam. Yeah, I mean, it looks good, right? %40 fly ball is decent. 80% hard hit. Yeah. If you want to go Schwarber today, you can. I'm not. Really good zones, too. Oh, my God. I'm dying in here today. My room is so hot. So, yeah, if you want to go Schwarber, you could. I'm just not. Yeah, because of the odds. I don't want to take Schwarber at plus 210. That's all. I mean, yeah, I'm just not interested in a 210. But he looks good if you're fine with taking some horrible odds, like you're fine. 225, same thing. Still not good enough. I want Schwarber at least at 250. We can wait till Kalshi comes out. I know what's his head. Stanler's been taking a lot of Kalshi lays, doing really well on those. You get a really good price. You get a really good price for those, so yeah. You get a really good price. So if you haven't signed up for Kalshi yet, make sure you go sign up for Kalshi. 2 ways you can do it. One is if you're in the site and there's Kalshi lines, which there aren't yet, you can click a link here and it'll give you free $10. Or if you just go sign up on Kalshi and you use code RUDE, R-U-D-E, you get a free $10 there. So sign up and it asks you for a code, like a promo code or whatever. Use code RUDE at sign up. You get a free $10 on Kalshi. They're going to have the best odds for Schwarber today. So Andrew Alvarez versus Mitch Spence. Who and who? Who and who? Any of y'all know who these guys are? Just me? I've heard of Mitch Spence, but I don't know anything about Andrew Alvarez. Junior at 220 diabolical? Yeah, we'll end up getting there, but that is diabolical. All right. Ground ball pitcher, 55%. Another ground ball pitcher, 54%. Only 4 innings pitched, though, and only 24 innings pitched. He's a lefty. Let's see lefties here in the last 10. Kag and Perez are the only 2 guys doing anything on lefties. Slider sinker, huh? Curve 4-seam slider. Yeah, Salvi looks nice. Lane Thomas is decent. God. What has he done against lefties? Yeah. I think I'm going to fade the Royals today. I think I'm going to fade it. Here's Kalshi. Boom. So we do have some lines for this one right here. You can click this link directly from the book. Get a free $10 if you're on the site. But once again, you can sign up. Just go download the app and use code RUDE. Free $10. These guys look kind of nasty. Cutter, change up. Really heavy on the cutter. Sinker, cutter, slider, cutter, change up, curveball. Oh my god, a lot of this stuff's even. Let's just look at the cutter for the lefties. Oof. Abrams does look really good on that cutter. 800 ISO, 30% blast, 60% fly ball. Yeah, I like Abrams there. Holy cow. Even on the season, 733 ISO. Negative 16. Yeah, it's not that bad, though. Negative 16 is not terrible. Nice and warm, too. You watch the World Cup? Yeah, I was watching a little bit of it. Perez is a lock. CJ's due. I do like CJ, though. I do like CJ. Plus 6, nice. Yeah, that's nice. Luis Garcia's okay. What's the other pitch here? Changeup, curveball. Ooh. James Wood's not bad either. James Wood is not bad. Lyle's okay, but a lot of people are like chasing Lyle. I don't really know why. I don't really understand why. I see Lyle in the comments almost every single day. Oh, let me turn this down. Maybe some of the light going down will take off the heat. Got 2 homers in the last month. 2 homers in the last month. You have any tips for building the parlay? Use the builder. Use the parlay builder. Zone in on your watch list or zone in on your a few games that you like. It's easier if you only pick from a few games than if you try to pick across the whole slate. If you just narrow down like the 3 or 4 games you like the most and then use the builder to build a play, I think people have a lot more success doing that. Good pitch mix for Lyle, but yeah, his bat speed's a little low. His blast is really low. He's more of a doubles kind of guy. I think it's Wood and Abrams today. Luis Garcia's not bad, though. He's not bad. Just a little bit too low of a launch angle and too high of a ground ball. So. And then righties, sinker, cutter, slider. Yeah, nothing. Nothing. Let's see. Mets, Reds. Tobias Myers versus Chase Burns. Are they going to let Myers actually start this game, or is he just more of an intro? An opener. Burns, we know you got to target lefties. So, lefties, four-seam slider. Soto and Jared Young look insane today. Problem is that slider is going to be brutal for Jared Young. Soto or Jared Young here. That's about it. That's about it. Vias four-seam splitter, four-seam slider. Yeah, Blade does look pretty darn good on those. But if you look at just the splitter, he's not that good. Blade is really four-seam kind of guy. For the righties, McLean's decent. Marte, no. Steer's decent today, too. Yeah, it's all four seams. Get rid of the four seam. Look at the splitter. Not bad, but it goes back to early May. He's not seeing a lot of splitters. That's the problem. Four seam, though. Pretty good. Pretty good. He just homer off a changeup this weekend. Bichette, I'm not going to. Chase Burns really only gives up homers to lefties. He really only gives homers up to lefties, so I'm going to play the matchup. Nathaniel Lowe. He's got a lot of good tags. It's all four seams. Although he does do pretty well against his splitter, but like you're looking at April since the last time he hit a splitter in play. That does not count as a veggies play, but that's pretty sick, CW. Veggies are no more than 2 legs for me. Damn. Yeah, Nat Lowe's not bad. Where's that splitter been going? Right down the middle? Yeah, Nathaniel Lowe's interesting. He's not terrible. Okay in night games. He's actually a lot better in day games. I don't mind him. Will Jonathan Aranda get a homer the rest of the year? Yeah, he will. He just hasn't. I haven't seen Aranda in a good spot in quite a while. Pendulum's got to swing back. He's got to heat up again. No, I don't really consider the bullpen because you're not going to be able to predict who's coming in from the bullpen, really. When you're taking home run plays, in the way most of the lines are built anyway, it's all based off the starting pitcher. There's a little bit of bullpen built into it, but you got to generalize the bullpen as a whole. You can't really target like certain pitchers, certain pitches, certain situations. Like you don't know when the bullpen comes in if their team's going to be up or if they're going to be down. Is it going to be their high leverage guys? Is it going to be their non-high leverage guys? You can't really predict the bullpen. So, it's built into the projection, like their home run rate, all that stuff. But I don't put too much weight into it because you just can't. You can't try to bank off of the bullpen for a homer. Once the bullpen comes in, it's kind of out of your hands. all luck. Yeah, Bladay's not bad today. I don't like him against that splitter. I don't mind him today. See if we can get a little bit of a better line on him. See if we can get a little bit of a better line on him. I'll put Nathaniel Lowe on there too for now as a long shot. Well, all tasteful with the 10 stream. I appreciate it. McLean, nah, he didn't look that good either. Maybe as a long shot, but nothing crazy. Nothing. Giolito, Dustin May. Ooh. Dustin May has been on one. Dustin May has been on one. 9 strikeouts, 7 strikeouts, 9 strikeouts, 6 strikeouts. Oh, God. This man has been on a heater. Well, good thing he plays the Padres, so. Good thing he plays the Padres. What was this here? Lefties? Yeah, lefties the only ones really hitting homers off him anyway. Four-seam cutter, sweeper, changeup. Yeah, we were talking smack about the Padres, and then they popped off. That was kind of funny. That's how it goes. We put that one in the universe. I'd say our chat here is the reason for that. We talked so much shit about the Padres, and then all of a sudden, that same day, they ended up hitting like 4 homers. Shout out us, man. Shout out us. They still suck? Yeah, I know. I'm not doing it again. Like, that's their once-a-year thing. I mean, against Dustin May, what are the hard hit balls? Sweeper, changeup. Get rid of that cutter. Good fly ball for Sheets. But good fly ball for Sheets. I'm just righty, sinker, sweeper, no hard hit at all. Or no home runs, I should say. Sinker, sweeper, four seam. Tatis with a good blast. Yeah. Duran. Who's Duran? 10 away from 250. Yeah, we're almost there. We are almost there. You know what it goes to after 250? We're chasing Banna's record down. Duran. What the hell is Rodolfo? 42 PAs. Back-to-back homers. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't do a lot with the Padres, so I don't know who the hell this is. I'm telling you, once I get off this stream, I don't think I ever go back and look at the Padres. I'm just like, okay, I'm over them. They just don't excite me as a team. 3 homers on the year. Back-to-back games here, too. He's a righty, though. If you want, I mean, this guy's only given up 1 homer to a righty all year long, and he hasn't really given up any home runs in the last few games. Dustin May is just simply not a guy I'm going to target today. But if you want to do it, you do it. You know what I'm saying? Abrams over Wood today. I like Abrams a little bit more. You get good value, and he smashes that cutter. So, yeah, I mean, I do like him. I do like him. Giolito, four-seam changeup. Fly ball pitcher, 31% fly ball rate. HR per 9, 1.34. Okay. You're a believer in hot bats? It is. Yeah, it's a real thing for sure. Burleson's on a heater here. Yeah. Burleson looks insane here for sure. Looks insane on a four-seam changeup. 35 blast. Good launch. Everything's green. 571 ISO. Yeah, he looks nasty. JJ Weatherholt also looks pretty good here. Get rid of the four-seam. Just on the changeup, Burleson still looks really good. A little high in the ground ball, but still a really good ISO. Same with Weatherholt. Their ground ball goes up on the changeup, but they look decent still. We get rid of the changeup. Yeah, Lars Nootbaar looks good. Burleson looks good. Weatherholt looks good. Yeah, Lars on the four seems crazy. On the changeup, though, not very good. -20. That's the lowest launch angle I think I've ever seen on a single pitch. -25%. Like, literally straight in the ground. Only 2 balls in play, though. But on the four seam, yeah, Lars is pretty crazy. Yeah, so I think your lefties here on the Cardinals do look pretty nice. Oh, it's the same thing. You just add in a little bit of a slider to the righties. Jordan Walker's not bad, but launch angle's more of a doubles launch angle here. High ground ball, but a really good blast. Burleson and Weatherholt look the best. Burleson and Weatherholt definitely look the best. I'm going to put Burleson on there, but he's on an insane heater here. Bro. Like, that's just kind of, I know hot bats are hot bats. That might be a little too hot of a bat if you ask me. We'll put him on there, but that's a little too hot of a bat. Not even that good of a price. Yeah, I'll put him on there. Bro, a bat can never be too high. I guess. I'm just saying what goes up must come down. You know what I'm saying? I get a little nervous when there's 6 home runs in 5 games, whatever the hell it was. But he looks crazy. He's seeing the ball well. Weatherholt could be a back-to-back candidate today, but if I'm going anyone on this team, it would be Burleson. So the whole world's going to be on him, by the way. The entire world is going to be on Burleson today. It's me, I'm the world. Yeah, so ride the hot hand till it's dead. That's true. I mean, if y'all play like roulette or blackjack or whatever, especially roulette, some people, if red keeps hitting, they're just going to keep going red until it misses. You know? Other people, they see red hit 6 times in a row and they start betting black. It just depends which kind of person you are. You watch a player on Baccarat win 16 times, yeah. I guess so, man. Damn. Yo, Jagger Jack, by the way, I didn't see you took over the leaderboard on the gifted. Hell yeah. #1 spot. Stro and Big Dog Banner right behind. We are 10 away from 252. Well, you already know what I'm going to say here. Oh, you got a little choo-choo train. Look at that. Current hype train conductor. What the hell? I've never seen that. That's dope. Big shot Bucks. Yeah, but you know my concern here, don't you? Or are we over that? Righties. Four seam curveball. I mean, damn. Royce Lewis looks pretty good too. Yeah, but it's Bucks. Yeah, I know. He looks good. And the 355 on Kalshi. Shout out Kalshi. If you haven't signed up for Kalshi yet, sign up for Kalshi. Use code RUDE. Pretty good line in 355. I'll give it to him there. I will give it to them there. I just don't like his splits versus lefties. For those who are waiting on with anticipation for what I was going to say with the big but he only has 3 homers versus lefties. But a second but, he's got 2 homers versus lefties in the last weekend. So he's starting to cook versus lefties. It took him a long time, but now he's got 2 homers versus lefties in the last week. There's a but and a but. 4-seam curveball. Lefties. Yeah, he cooks, man. He looks good. 3 barrels, 60% fly ball, 70% hard hit. Yeah, we're chilling here. We're chilling. It's a night game. We know Bucks loves his night games. So, does launch angle? Launch angle definitely matters. I like launch angle. I think it's pretty important. I'd say it's like a top 3 important factor. That being said, like, just because a guy has a bad launch angle doesn't mean he can't hit one at a good launch angle, and just because a guy has a good launch angle doesn't mean he can't hit one at a bad launch angle. But you're just trying to play the probability. Like, most likely, if he's hitting a ball often at this launch angle, like, he'll continue to do that. That's his swing path. You know, it's like if you ever golf, like, some people swing naturally does a draw, some people swing naturally does a slice. Their swing path. Well, that's the same thing with the launch angle here. It's like their angle is because of the path of their bat, how it comes around. So yeah, Bucks. Yeah, I like Buxton today. Lefty on lefty here. I don't really like doing lefty on lefty, but slider, 4-seam, sinker. Slider, sinker, 4-seam. Lefty on lefty. Cody Clemens, mid. Brooks Lee would be hitting righty. That's about it. So, yeah, it's really kind of just Buxton. Maybe Royce Lewis today. Maybe Royce Lewis today. He just does not have a big enough sample size against lefties. Left-handed pitchers, only 42 PAs. I mean, that's really not a lot. 2 homers versus lefties, 742 OPS. He's slightly better versus lefties than righties. Left-handed pitchers, 2 home runs here, though, against them. 4-seam curveball. Not a whole lot here on these 2 pitches, specifically to lefties. A lot of these are last year. This is all last year. So really only have 5. 1 homer. Yeah, he's decent today. Royce is decent today. But just way too small of a sample size for me. That's the problem here. Just too small of a sample size. But this looks really good. 5 balls in play, 600 ISO, good launch angle, good fly ball, decent blast. So 1 homer. And we just saw the data. So if you want it, you got it. I'm going to go Bucks. Looks stupid. And then who's pitching here? Mike Paredes. Who? A little 3-inning action here from Mike Paredes. 4-seam changeup. 4-seam sweeper. 1 homer on the year. A little too high of a ground ball for Seager, but he looks pretty good on the ISO. Let's get rid of the 4-seam. Yeah, looks pretty good still. Him and Nimmo. Nimmo just got really low ISO. His launch angle is not good enough. Um, I don't know about the Rangers, man. Wyatt Langford's decent. Jock's decent too. Nah, I just don't like him on that changeup. That's the problem. Look at this changeup for Jock. Yikes. Four seam Merchant. If you want to go four seam fastball, Jock looks decent. Looks pretty good actually against the four seam. But probably gonna fade. You're only getting 3 innings out of this guy anyway, so then you're going into the bullpen. Then you're going into the wild, wild west of the bullpen. So I'm probably gonna stay away. Personally, I'm probably gonna stay away. You're looking at what? Jock's gonna maybe get 2 at bats versus him, and then it's anybody's game. And then it's anybody's game, so yikes. Lorenzen, here we go. Ooh, Meatball Naga. Let's go. Wind blowing out in Wrigley. Are these odds going to be insane? Ooh, hoo. Four seam splitter. Four seam sweeper to the lefties. Let's start with the righties. Four seam splitter. I don't think anybody's got anything on the splitter, right? Yeah, probably not. Yeah. Damn. Little bit of sinker in there, but it's only 7% of the time. I don't know how you don't take Hunter Goodman. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, we just gotta look at the splits versus the lefties. It'll be a little bit more helpful, probably. Insane ISO. 238 is really good. TJ Rumfield. What the hell? Let's go lefty on lefty here. Four seam sweeper. We talk about them put up 23 runs. I mean, it's the Las Vegas ballpark. Like, someone they were talking about the other day, before the MLB team came there, so their AAA team plays there. Like the day before the Brewers series started in Las Vegas, the minor league team, the score was like 25 to 18 or something. Like that ballpark just gives up runs, man. It doesn't matter who's playing there. It's going to give up a lot of runs. The ball just flies. Yeah, they put up 23, but it's not that it's not that real. I think it's just kind of high elevation. It's really windy. The wind's always blowing out. Small ballpark anyway to begin with in terms of the dimensions. Yeah. And it's hot. Like, Moniak's hurt. I mean, I don't see a whole lot here, to be honest. I don't see a whole lot here. I do like Hunter Goodman, but that's kind of about where I'm gonna land. It's kind of about where I'm gonna land. See what Rumfield's been doing against lefties. I just don't like the lefty on lefty here. I really hate that. Versus lefties, he only has 1 homer. Yeah. Lefty on lefty, not a fan. I'm just not doing that. Willie Castro, though, what's he been doing versus lefties? Not a whole lot. Tyler Freeman, what's he been doing against lefties? Not a whole lot either here. Okay, I think we're starting to see the trend. Will Carrig? Yeah, but Willie went against righties. That's the problem. Carrig against lefties been okay. I mean, some hard hit at least, but Hunter, now this one we already know what he did against a lefty. Okay, so this is why I'm taking Hunter Goodman. You can see it right here. 2 barrels, a double, a home run, a lot of hard hit, a bunch of really good launch angles. He just lights up the most. Everyone else is like pretty mid. So, although I feel like Braxton Fulford kind of been randomly hitting home runs here. Double there. This is okay. Good launch angle, but too much bad in there. Shota walked Goodman twice last time. Yeah, that's all right. 1 for 1. That's all right. All right, let's see here against Lorenzen. Lefties. Does he really want to target lefties here? Changeup, four seam. Really heavy on the changeup, four seam, but then curveball, cutter also pretty good. Changeup, four seam, curveball, cutter. Changeup, four seam. Man, PCA looks insane. Four seam, curveball, cutter. I mean, Hap looks good. Just a little low on the bat speed for Hap. PCA looks nasty here. I mean, Moises looks good too, but no ISO. I don't like that. Hap with a 6'11 ISO. Sheesh. Yeah, man. Hap and PCA look pretty good. PCA 444. Damn, 50% fly ball, 38 blast. I would prefer him. Hap is good too, but yeah, I think they both look decent. Let's look at some tags here. Okay, good tags. Yeah, you can see it. Hap just isn't. I mean, he had a good run down there. What's his recent form? Home run a lefty. Home run a cutter to a righty. Just not a lot of hard hit. Really not that much hard hit. Now this is a lot better. Lighting it up. Yeah, I'm going to go PCA here probably is the number one, but Hap isn't bad. He's much harder to hit off as a righty, but we can look. Yeah, you can see here, there's like no ISO for righties against any of these pitches. None. Righties are doing nothing against him. And he throws every pitch evenly. This is why righties are struggling. You don't know what's coming. He's throwing all this stuff the same. Dansby Swanson. I mean, he's got a good fly ball, but Suzuki is okay as well. I'm not going to play that game. I'm not going to play that game of, I mean, we got it right here. 67% more home runs allowed to lefties this year than righties. At that point, just focus on the lefties. You know, it's that drastic. 67% more. If you want to make it hard, yeah, you could go look at some righties, but if you want to just play the data says take a lefty there. Michael Bush. He's all right. A little low on the bat speed as well. Very low on the bat speed. Very low on the blast. Fly ball's low. His ground ball's higher than his fly ball. Launch angle's mid. So, yo, Buck with the 40 streak. Hell yeah. Doesn't say he has a home run off him here, so. He's starting to hit it a little bit harder, though. Yeah, he's got some hard hit here. He looks decent. But, yeah, for me, I would narrow this down to potentially... I mean, 25% for Bush is pretty good. 27% for Hap. 25% for PCA. Even Bregman, 18%. Seiya, 22%. They're all decent. They all got good options. What are we saying for them for homers? 2+. Yeah, we're expecting them to get 2 homers today. So, you got options. You could go Bush, Hap, or PCA and potentially get 2 out of the 3. Potentially could get 2 out of the 3 there. Yeah. So, go Brewers on Wisconsin. K-Town in the house. Hell yeah. Go Brewers, Buck. There we go. My brew crew's cooking, man. My brew crew is cooking. All right, Detroit, Houston. Troy, Melton, Kaiway, Tang. Yo, Tang's kind of nice, man. Couple homers here and there, but You got to be a little careful with Kai Wei Tang. I'm going to be honest. I've gotten burned targeting him. But let's look at his arsenal. Really good sweeper, really bad four seam, really good sinker. Yeah, these are his 3 pitches. Really, it's his four seam that you can hit. His sweeper and his sinker are nasty. Home runs off of him. Sweeper, he's giving up homers on. Four seam to lefties, though. Really, it's lefties that are hitting the homers off him. Yep. 79% more homers to lefties. You only want to target lefties here. Sweeper, four seam, changeup. That's really what you want to look at. Sweeper, four seam, changeup. Lefty McGonigal. Good fly ball. Low blast. Colt Keith. Now, this is kind of interesting. This is rather interesting for Colt Keith. Riley Green looks pretty good. Carey looks decent, too. Okay. Let's get rid of that four seam, even though you can hit it. Carey looks pretty good when you get rid of the four seam. Carey looks pretty good when you get rid of the four seam, but four seam is the most hittable pitch right now. Carey looks good kind of on both. Yeah, so he's only giving up homers on the four seam and the changeup. No homers on the sweeper to lefties. Get rid of that sweeper. Damn. Colt Keith has a long shot here. Tell you what. If you're looking at a plus 1,000 here, this could be a nice plus 1,000. I just don't like that he's not getting that many at bats. But Colt Keith could be an interesting plus 1,000 today. Riley Green and Carpenter both look solid. I'll put Green on there. He looks green everywhere, so. Carey. Oreo BMW, hello, what up? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Carey is... Man, I don't do Carey Carpenter. Carey Carpenter, I don't ban players, but he's on my quote-unquote banned list because of the pinch hit. So, Riley Green. And Colt Keith, if you want to get super sneaky with it, I cannot lie. Righties have hit a homer off him. It's sink on what? The sweeper? Yeah. Sweeper, sinker, four seam. They've only hit one homer off him. Dingler is decent. Could be a weird day for Dingler. He's really good against that sweeper, but Howie Ting's got such a good sweeper. Yeah. Puts it in play pretty nicely here. Not a big sample size, though. We're going back to like April 16th. Where do they throw it? Well, yeah. I'll throw Dingler on there, but I don't like it. Dingler and Green. I'll throw him on there, but I don't like it. No Carey. Carey's banned for me. I don't do Carey. I don't do pinch hit guys. I really don't. Him, Owen Casey, those guys are just kind of like lifetime not seeing a slip. But he looks good. Carey does look good today. I just can't do it. I just cannot risk a guy who can get pulled in the sixth inning every single day. Like, Casey gets pulled every 2 bats. Yeah, same thing. I mean, Carey does too, unless they keep a righty in. Carey Bombstead, just because you say that? Probably. Look, I'm not in the game. I'm not in the game of pretending to be a crystal ball. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to tell you this is certainly happening or this is certainly not happening. I am in the game of maximizing my risk to reward ratio. That's all. I am in the game of trying to maximize the reward versus the risk. And taking a pinch hit guy maximizes your risk and minimizes your reward. So I'm never going to be a crystal ball. I'm not a wizard. I can't just be like, this guy's hitting a home run today. I see it in the future. So Gary could go today for sure. He could go for sure. If he gets walk game over, yeah, that's true. God, I'm sweating. Sweating bullets in here. Yordong. What are we doing, Melton? What are we doing here? 1.79 meatball. Well, I think we've found the kryptonite for Jordan. I think we have found... It's only one ball in play. Never mind. It's just one ball in play. Yeah. Jordan looks good today. I don't like any other lefties on this team. What about righties? Four-seam slider. Oh, he didn't even see a sinker as a lefty. It'd be a cutter. Ooh. We might have actually found a little bit of a kryptonite for Jordan. It's not bad, but it's only 2 balls in play. 4 balls in play. So he doesn't like cutters that much. That's fine. Righties, though, is four-seam slider and sinker. So the righties here. Let's get rid of this. So the sinker seems to kick everybody's ass. Yeah, this sinker... Outside of Paredes, the sinker kind of... Yeah. They're not really fans of the sinker. So let's get rid of the sinker here and just look at it. Paredes... Damn, is he not a fan of the slider? Yeah, slider. Good ISO for Walker. Launch angle is just a mid-launch angle. Good blast. Cam Smith. Interesting. Interesting. Let's look at the splits versus righties here in the last 10. Yeah. I don't mind Paredes, and I don't mind Jordan, but Paredes just... It's been a minute. He had that little run, and now he's just... I mean, it looks decent here. It looks decent. But it's just a lot of four-seam. Pitch makes it tough. I'm just going to go Jordan. But I don't mind Paredes. I don't mind him. I'll put him on there. All right. We are back in Sacramento here. Jared Jones versus JT Ginn. JT Ginn, man, what a season. He's clawed back. He has clawed back. Gaethje won you 3K. Damn, son. Why they move back? They're only doing a 6-game series in Las Vegas the next 2 years just to like build excitement. So they did 6 games this year, and then they're going to do 6 games next year at that ballpark again until they actually officially open their real ballpark in 2028. It's like a promo. Those games are just like a little promo. Get people in Vegas excited. JT Ginn, though, this guy used to be a meatball thrower. Now he's a ground ball pitcher with a good home run rate. So what a clawback for him. Let's look at his recent form. 1-1-0-0, 1-0, 1-0-0-2. Okay. For the last 2 games, he has given up a home run. But this Brewers game was in that ballpark. This was in the rinky dink, so I don't really count that. He only gave up 1 home run in the rinky dink. I count that as a W. That's a massive W. This Cubby game, gave up 1. It's fine. But this one, I don't count that. Yeah, it does say Las Vegas ballpark, but this is correct. I just gotta switch the name back. All the weather and stuff is correct for Sacramento. So, it's just the name. JT game, what are you throwing to lefties here? Change up, sinker, cutter. Damn, kind of a lot. Bet on Callahan 3 days. I tried my hardest to voice my opinion on Callahan. After he had those 2 home runs against the Dodgers, I was like, yo, this is just a new guy. Might have been going crazy. I'm not going to take him until he can give me a bigger sample size. People are like, oh, I like Callahan today. I was like, I mean, he looks good on like 5 balls in play, but I wouldn't touch it. I guess the lesson in that is just like some of these guys who get called up, yeah, they go stupid, crazy, dummy game 1, and then everything changes, you know? Gotta be a little patient with these young guys. Yeah, patience, yeah. We like to look for big sample sizes. And this is not even big sample size. I mean, nothing's jumping off the page. Did he throw a 4-seam at all? No. This is the important thing to look at. This guy's a ground ball pitcher. You want to see ground ball rates be low. Very high for Brandon Lowe. I mean, pretty high. Very high for Reynolds. Horwitz high. Oh, God, these are all high ground ball rates. Outside of Callahan, only 5 balls in play. Mangum high. Triolo high. Golly. What's he throw to righties? Sinker, slider, cutter. Sinker, slider. Mainly sinker, slider. A little bit of cutter. Nick Gonzalez, no. Henry Davis is the only one that looks even worth a damn. We do get a little 4-seam and slide. Let's just throw the whole pitch mix on there. Low with the really good ISO. Callahan also with a good blast, but only 7 balls in play. Pirates fade. I don't know, man. Yeah, it's just such a good ballpark for homers today. The weather's in Sacramento. There's going to be something here. If anybody, it's probably Brandon Lowe. Horwitz is okay. I just like the ISO here. Just a good ISO. Let's look at just the hard hit ball. Sinker, cutter, slider. Yeah, man. 27% blast, but other than that, good ISO. Sinker kills him. Cutter kills him. Changeup he's good on. 4-seam. Slider, changeup. Okay, so these 3 pitches he's really good at. Sinker, cutter, not his favorite, but changeup, 4-seam, slider he can take. So 3 pitches he looks good against at least. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really do it. He looks all right, but he's 1 for 1 with a homer against him too. 1 for 2 with a homer against him. I just like the price. I'll put him on there as an EV play. Plus 340. Pretty good price. Callahan, still not there for me enough, but he looks good today. I just can't. Too small of a sample size, but he does look pretty solid today. Jared Jones. Rough start, and then he's kind of honed it in here. No homers with the Dodgers. Lefties for him, 4-seam slider, and then righties are seeing slider 4-seam. Same thing. 4-seam slider for both, really. Shea. Damn. Kurtz, a little low on the launch angle, to be honest. Very good blast, though. Cortez. Jonah Heim. Soderstrom. A little low on the bat speed. Zach Geloff looks pretty good. Just no blast. Really good ISO, though. Good blast for Cortez, too. 41%. That's the second highest on the team. Damn. Yeah, I don't mind. Damn, this is tough. Okay, interesting. Higher fly ball, but lower hard hit to righties, and then really high hard hit, very low fly ball. That's kind of confusing and backwards, but okay. So I think just probably rather play the hard hit. Probably rather play this hard hit. And that four seam's getting smoked. If we look at just the four seam, yeah, Shea. But lefties here. Kurtz, his launch angle is just so mid, but he's got such a good ISO. An insane blast. I think Kurtz is insane today, and I like Cortez. Kurtz and Cortez. You could go Shea. If you really want to go Shea, you could go Shea. Kurtz and then Cortez. What's Cortez been doing, though? Not bad. Some decent hard hit in the barrel. I mean, launch angles just are not that good for Cortez. It's almost all four seam. He's not bad. Last 20 batted ball events, basically over the last month, 25% fly ball rate. It's a little low. Yeah, all of his homers have come against righties. Most of his homers have come against night games. So Cortez pitched yesterday. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's good EV. Yeah, Soderstrom's decent too. But last 10 against the four seams, I like this blast for Cortez is what I'm looking at. I'll throw Shea on there too. He looks stupid. I don't like the ISO though. The blast is so good. You could go Cortez or Soderstrom or even Zach Gila. There's just a lot of good options today in this game with the weather. With this weather, there's just so many good options. But I'm going to go Kurtz, Shea. Why not? We'll put Cortez as a long shot. Soderstrom is decent too, but actually my long shot, I want to go Zach Giloff. 714 ISO. Yeah, I'm going Zach Giloff as my long shot. And the high pitch mix there too. Yeah. Yeah. Angels D-backs. Urena, this guy's been a stud. And then Ryan Nelson, yeah, you can smoke him. Last in home runs this year is Boston Red Sox. It's the Rays now? Oh, it was the Red Sox as of 2 days ago. They're probably about tied. They're battling it out down there. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Boston now has surpassed the Rays by 1 home run. 57 versus 58. Brewers have clawed their way out of last place, and now they're fourth last. I mean, it's kind of all the teams we fade for the most part. It's Rays, some people take. Red Sox, Marlins, sometimes Brewers, Royals, D-backs, Guardians, Blue Jays, Rangers. There's all the teams I kind of rarely touch. Meanwhile, at the top, it's Yankees, Dodgers, White Sox, Astros, Braves, Mariners. Yeah. They just passed him with the Wilson 2 homers. Yeah. There you go. Urena is not really somebody I'd particularly target unless somebody looks really good, but really high ground ball, very low HR per 9. Ryan Nelson's much more workable here with 17 homers in 14 games. So, both righties and lefties hit him really hard. Righties with a 45% fly ball, and he's playing the Angels, which is almost all righties. That's what you want to see. Four-seam slider. Well, Zach Neto. Yeah, Padres are bottom 6. No, they're not. They're like bottom 10. They have 73 homers. Gavin Sheets is doing work, lifting them off the bottom there. Good bat speed for Trout. Good launch angle. High ground ball-ish. Good blast, though. Insane blast. Look at just the four seam here. Zach Neto looks really good. Just the slider. Mike Trout looks really good. Yeah, I don't mind Trout today. I don't mind Zach Neto. Joe Adell mid. Guzman kind of mid. Peraza mid. Madrigal mid. What about lefties here? Four seam, cutter, curveball, slider. Meckler, kind of mid. Yeah. Schonnel, kind of mid. Neto with a really good blast. Yeah, Neto and Trout. And then down here against Urena, let's see, right-handed batters. I mean, only 4 homers on the year. Lefties, it's changeup, sinker, four seam. Carroll's okay. Is O'Hoppe back? Low blast for Carroll. When they come back from injury and stuff like that, it's a wait and see for me. If I remember correctly, I think O'Hoppe's better against lefties, though, right? I could be wrong on that. Sinker, sweeper, four seam change, everything. I mean, they're kind of mid. They are kind of mid today. Carroll, I guess Corbin Carroll, I'll put him on there, but that's about it. Really, it's on Kalshi, 567. Anywhere else is kind of mid. Corbin Carroll's kind of mid anywhere else, but Kalshi, 567, not bad. I just don't like that he doesn't give up homers or righty. I'm not a fan. Changeup, sinker, really is that changeup. Yeah, I'm taking them off. I'm going to fade the D-backs today. Urena's been tough. And then Tampa Bay Dodgers, and then we'll do the community vote. So, Eric Lauer versus Nick Martinez. Lauer's a meatball Marty. Meatball Marty. He's given up a home run every game this year. Every single game this year he's given up a home run. I know the Rays are now last in home runs in the MLB, but like, come on, brother. What's he throwing to righties? Four-seam slider. What's he throwing? Oh, sorry. Four-seam changeup. Cutter curveball. %62% fly ball, 25% blast. I have to put him on there. Yeah, I have to put Yandy on there, man. Yeah, over the last 20, last 5. Yeah. Yandy looks nuts. I like Yandy. Thoughts on Soto and Wood today? I think both look fine. I do like CJ a little bit more, but yeah. We're for sure going to go first at bat. Yeah. Yandy looks nuts today. Honestly, it's just Diaz for me. Yandeezy is the only one I'm taking. Like I said, lowest home run hitting team in the MLB. Yandeezy is kind of it. You all probably want to see Junior Caminero versus lefties. Yeah, he looks insane. Looks pretty good, but someone said it earlier. He's at what, 210? Yeah, 260. I mean, I'd rather take Yandeezy at 340, but if you want to take Junior, do as your heart desires. Do as your heart desires. But recent form, 1 home run in the last, 2 home runs in the last 15 games for a 260. Yeah. Mullins, I don't think Mullins plays versus lefties. Could be wrong on that, but I don't think Mullins is a lefty guy. And then Dodgers for Martinez. Martinez has been pretty good this year. Recently, though, yeah, he's still been pretty good. He's been getting hit a little bit more. A lot of hits he gives up, but not a lot of homers. So Dodgers, maybe a fade outside of Ohtani. We can look. Ohtani's going to look nasty against everything. Changeup, sinker, cutter. Yeah, 50% blast, 250 ISO. Launch angle's not good, but changeup's not that good for him. Damn. What's his pitch, bro? Owned by pitcher, 1 for 10 versus Martinez. 1 for 11. What the hell? Ohtani hits sweeper, four seam, sinker. I mean, he hits everything. Does he throw the four seam though? Yeah, a little bit. I mean, why not throw Ohtani on there? Like, it's Ohtani, but outside of Ohtani, everyone else looks kind of crappy. And Ohtani doesn't even look that good either. He just has a good ISO. So I'll throw Ohtani on there, and then I'm probably going to fade the rest of the Dodgers for homers. All right. I'm going to be right back, go to the bathroom real quick, and then we're going to do the poll for the community vote. So BRB. All right, it's time to cook. It's time to cook. Yo, if you haven't subbed to the Twitch yet, drop a sub. We got to hit that 250 today. Drop a sub, por favor. Por favor, drop a sub. Vlade, it could be a decent long shot. I'm just, Rays don't hit enough homers. I'm going to ride Yandeezy and call it a day. I'm going to call it a day there. I'll pull this up for like 10 seconds for the watch list, just in one quick screenshot, so it's easier to read. There we go. This is the watch list. Yo, Jagger Jack with the 1 gifted. I appreciate that. Who's next? Who's got the next gifted? Pedro getting the sub. 9 away. I'm telling you, subbing to the channel is worth it. It's worth it. Instant replays, no ads, and sub-only chat, which tomorrow will be sub-only chat. So tomorrow will be sub-only chat because, like I said at the beginning of the stream, every other day is sub-only chat. So today was open, tomorrow's sub-only. Definitely worth it. Yeah, it's like, what, $5? $5 for a whole month of it. So Yo, Simba with the gifted. Appreciate that, Simba. Going to Red Goon 36. Red Goon. That's crazy. All right, let's get into the voting here. Let us get into the voting. I'll post this in the WAP real quick too before I forget, because everyone always asks. Can't afford website and Twitch sub. I get it. You don't have to. If you have Amazon Prime, it's free. But $5 is like, I mean, just $5 to get replays. Straight locks with the 3G World gifting to straight locks. Hell yeah. And then Sharp Shadow with the Prime. There we go. Yeah. If you do have Amazon Prime, which I don't know, a lot of people do, you do get a free sub. Some people don't know that. You get a free Twitch sub every single month. You can give it to whoever you want. But yeah. How can I hook my Prime up to it? Anybody know how to answer that? I figured it was easy. I think if you just click like subscribe, there's like maybe an option for Prime or something, and then you just hook it up. I don't know. Mine doesn't work, so I pay. Bro, you gotta hit up Amazon. It's free. B-Dot with the tier 1. I appreciate that. All right, let's get this poll going. Thank you for the subs. We're close, man. We are close to 250. I don't even know what we're at. Wait, how does that work? Who do we throw on this poll? You join and hit a 5-leg for 14,500. Wait, that was you. You hit that 5-leg was for $14,500. Golly. Late to the stream today. How'd Michael Bush look? Yo, appreciate the sub, Shoddy. Appreciate it. And then Sharp. Look decent. Yo, Stefan with the 5. Yo, I appreciate that. Thank you. Hell yes, we hit it. Thank you so much, Stefan. Michael Bush looked decent. I liked Hap and PCA a little bit more. But Bush was not a bad option either. But that's goat shit, Stefan. Yes, I agree. Thank you so much. Hell yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Who got the subs from that? We got Woody, Roguelocks, I Cook Vegas, E-Dog, and Joe Natural. E-Dog with the gifted. There we go. Look at all those badges too. Hell yeah. Let's go. 251 out of 250. W. That's a W. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Okay. Let's do this community lay. We are so close to hitting this community lay. It's nuts. Every single day, at least one of the guys is hitting a home run. Yesterday made me so mad that the freaking Saturday community lay was a day late. Okay, let's grind this out. We could do Kurtz, Otani, Goodman, Yandy, Jordan, Kurtz or Shea, or Giloff. We got Soto, we got James Wood, PCA. God, we have so many options. Buxton. I don't know how we're gonna do this poll. Okay. Anybody in the same game here? Jordan, Oh, okay. Otani or Yandy, because they're in the same game. We'll throw them together there. That's a good way to cut one out. Then we can throw Wood in here, maybe, right? Or should we throw Soto? Wood. Okay. Okay, Goodman. Okay, or Hap. Or PCA. That's all the same game, too. There we go. Wood / CJ. Jordan. Okay. We can work Soto in there after this. All right, first one's up. First one is live. Bucks, Alec, and who? That's all. Okay, yeah, we'll get those guys in there too. Obviously, Buxton and Alec Burleson will go in there. Problem is, wait, who does St. Louis play? Where the hell is he? San Diego. Yeah. Where's the poll? It's like at the top of the chat. And if it's not there, you might have to leave and come back in. Sometimes people say that. But there should be like a little drop-down menu. Wood and CJ is winning. Okay, Wood and CJ is coming in hot here. Wow, Wood and CJ. Okay. As you know, we have to do a secondary poll here for Wood or CJ. It's going live in 5 seconds. So if anybody needs to leave the chat and come back in, do so right now. If you didn't see the thing the first time around, if you didn't see it, I'll give you a second. All right, it's live. Wood or CJ? Vote it up. Vote it up. Damn. I like it though. We're getting a little bit different here. Not so chalky today. I like that. I respect it. This is going to be a good slip. Okay. A lot of votes for Wood still too, but I do like the fact that we're going with CJ. Been listening while mowing? Hell yeah. That's a good idea. I like that. If y'all have chores to do, throw me on in the headphones. Do your chores. It'll make it go way faster. All right. Hell yeah. CJ, 59 votes. Absolutely. I'm pooping. There you go. I mean, that works too. That works too. Ash Cash with the prime. I appreciate it. Okay. CJ Abrams is leg one. Hell yes. I like that. All right. Leg two. The whole world's going to be on James Wood today. So I do like the fact that we're going. I'll just put him there so I remember. Okay. We got, start back from the top here. Otani, Yandy, Goodman, Happ, PCA, Kurtz, Shea, Philo. And then we got to throw in, we have to get in Alec Burleson. We got to get in Buxton too, I think. And Jordan needs to be in there. God, Blade and Soto need to be in there. Although Blade is not that great. The hardest part here is figuring out what 5 options I can put for votes. Holy shit. Listen while working out at the gym. I do that too sometimes. I go to the gym in the morning, and sometimes like Banner, somebody's on early, I'll be listening too. What was your favorite batter for a home run today? I don't really have one. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. But this also isn't about, this is the community voting, so. Burleson, Buxton, Bush. Okay, I guess we'll just go. Who does Soto play? This is hard. Okay. We will go. We'll put Soto on here, and then we'll throw Buxton in the last round. Okay, it's live. Poll is live. This is the hardest part. God damn. Trout, too, is another good one. Damn. Trout is another good one. I got to work Trout in. All right, we'll see who gets smoked in the votes this round. We'll see who gets. It'd be Soto or Young. Yeah, it would be Soto or Young technically, but no one's voting for them anyway. So Kurtz, Shea, and Lowe are getting smoked. We're going to take them out. Probably going to take out Soto, too. Goodman, Happ, and PCA are dominating right now. Goodman, Happ, PCA, and Bush. I'll throw all 4 in there. They are dominating. I'll throw Bush on there for the people who want Bush, too. Okay. It's going live in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, this is really split. This is really split. $25-25 right now. PCA versus Goodman. 27-26. And 16 thrown in there for Hap. Oh my God. It's between PCA and Goodman. It's coming down to it. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to run it back with just Goodman and PCA. We're going to run it back with just Goodman and PCA. Because we have 25 swing votes right now. Okay, we're going to run it back one more time just between Goodman and PCA. Then all the 25 of you that didn't vote for those two have to pick. Because that was a split vote. Goodman won, though? I know, I guess by one vote. If we want to go Goodman, we can go Goodman. Vote him back in. I gave people way too many options there, I think. But Goodman did technically win. Goodman homered twice yesterday, though? Yeah. That's all right. There were Wait, hold on. There were more votes for Goodman last round than this round. Where did all the Goodman voters go? Where did all the Goodman voters go? There were like 38 votes for Goodman alone last round. Now PCA is going to take it, bro. What's going on here? 41-41. I mean, technically the tiebreakers, Goodman won the first round. Technically the tiebreakers got to be Goodman won the first round. So, right? Is that fair? $41-41, bro. I cannot believe it. Y'all are so split. Goodman won with throwaway votes, though. I guess, but like, think about it. Like, people, when they vote for president every year, like, there's a lot of throwaway votes that go to random people, too. Some people vote Kanye West and shit. Doesn't mean that the president who won doesn't win because of the throwaways. I don't know. All right. We'll come back to that. I think we have to. I don't know. I don't know what to do here. Okay, let's go like 3. We got to figure out like 2 still. Ohtani, Yandy Diaz. Jordan has to go on the votes. Bucks, Burleson. I mean, Trout's just so far down here. That's the problem. Whoever likes PCA takes PCA. Whoever likes Goodman takes Goodman. I mean, that's a very easy way to do it, too. Who are we missing from this vote? So we have... I mean, we don't have the A's and the Pirates on there. We don't have Soto on there. I mean, A's, Pirates, or Mets. I'll just put that game on there if y'all really want to go to either of those two. No Trout. I can throw Trout on there. He's just so low. Trout way too cold. Yeah, I don't want to put Trout on there really either, but... Well, obviously, we're going to end up doing a 4th vote here. We're going to end up having a 4th leg. So Trout will go on the 4th leg. All right, votes up. Well, it's not all non-chalk caught. I like the combo here. I really do like the mix. I like having like a couple chalk guys because you need some of those anchors that are going to like, be really consistent. But you're not always going to have just the chalk guys all hit. Like, you need a little bit of mixture in there. Like, somebody who's not as chalky, like a CJ Abrams is a really good pick there. But if you combine the two, like a little bit of sleeper, a little bit of chalk, you might have a decent option. Missed leg 2, who won? It tied between PCA and Goodman when it was just those two. But it also won. Goodman won prior to the tie when there were 4 options in there. So, okay, Ohtani and Yandy. I like only having 2 options here because when we had 4, there's so many votes that are just like not on the favorites. Okay, Ohtani or Yandy. I mean, I know who I would vote in this situation. I 100% know who I would vote in this situation. I want to see if you guys are similar. Okay, yeah, you guys are on the same page that I would vote by a lot. Yandeezy. Yandeezy, bro. Ohtani heating up, though? Yeah, I know, but Yandeezy looks so good, and he's going up against one of the meatball throwers of all meatball throwers of all meatball throwers in the league right now. Whereas Ohtani's not. But it is Ohtani. All right, so how do we want to do this? Do we want to just ride Goodman, or do we want to run back the Goodman versus PCA vote one more time since it was a tie? Should we run it back one more time? Well, we actually need to do the 4th leg too, though. Let's do optional 4th leg. Burleson, Buxton, Jordan, Jay, Kurtz, Trout, Soto. I mean, they're not in the same game, but those are the sellers. Okay, here's the optional 4th leg. We're gonna run it back after this. We're gonna run back PCA versus Goodman. We can't have a tie. I'm not making this. I'm not doing a swing vote. This is the optional 4th leg if you want a 4th leg. If you're that interested in one, I'm not. I'm gonna do 3. Maybe I'll throw the 4th on there, but this is the optional 4th leg. If people are feeling overzealous today and want to really hammer home a 4 leg or round robin a 3 leg, whatever, that's this one. It's going to be Burleson, huh? Okay, Burleson's your optional 4th leg, and I kind of think that fits pretty well, too. I do like Burleson being optional because of how hot he is. 6 homers in 5 games is insane. I think that's a good optional 4th leg. Like I said, I'm the kind of guy on a roulette table. If red hits 6 times in a row, I'm probably betting black. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm probably betting. It's like, if you're flipping a coin and it hits heads 5 times in a row, I'm probably picking tails. That's how I feel with Burleson's bat right now. If you want to take him as the optional 4th leg, hell yeah. All right, now let's one more time here. One more time. Goodman, PCA. This is for leg 2. This is for all the votes here. This is for all the votes. Go ahead. Please don't tie this time. Please do not tie this time. Goodman and PCA. Last time it was 41-41. So hopefully all of you vote for the same person you voted for last time. Realistically, vote for the same player you did last time. Let's see if there's new people in the chat that come in that have a different opinion to break the tie. It's not a coin flip, though. I know it's not a coin flip. I agree it's not a coin flip. I'm just saying when it comes to like hot streaks, hot bats, it's a pendulum. Guys go really cold, then they get back to normal, then they go really, really hot, then they swing back to cold, And Burleson's matchup today looks decent. I don't like his price, though. That's the real thing. He's being priced in as a guy. 370. I mean, it's not terrible, but yeah, he's not bad. He probably goes today, realistically. He probably goes today. Wow, now just the Goodman voters disappeared. The Goodman voters just absolutely disappeared, so. The Goodman voters completely disappeared. I'm going to post both. Because I don't know where the Goodman voters went, but they disappeared. So both. I'm taking both. I'll just take both. I will take both. Or you could do the either or leg. That's true. But Meatball Naga, I personally probably would have voted Hunter Goodman. But I didn't vote. So I'll put in both. They're both in the community too. So we can go either or. And then optional fourth leg. Technically PCA. This would be the 4-leg. Or Goodman. Or Goodman. So yeah. I like it. I like all of the options that we came up with. I think it's all pretty good. Nick Kurtz or Tyler S. I would go Kurtz. His blast is insane. I just like the blast there for sure. But odds are not that good for him. All right, let's look at my... So, hey, yo, hold on a second. So it's PCA over Hap? Yeah. PCA won over Hap. The voters chose PCA over Hap for sure. Hey, this 5-leg... I mean, this looks really good too. God, there are some good options today. If you could, oof. I might have a few slips out there today. I like this one a lot. I love Zach Geloff as an option outside of Kurtz. You're looking for like a longer shot? Yep. We have no long shots on our watch list today. Like true long shots. Young, Dingler, Goodman, Kurtz, if you're looking at your top due, your hot bats, Buxton, Burleson, Wood, Ohtani. These are your hot bats right here. Somebody put I think someone put Buxton, Burleson, Wood in the chat earlier. But this is your hot bats right here. This is your hot bats. Matchup edge. Zone Masters. I like this one too. Golly. I like a lot of these plays today. I'm kind of screwed, to be honest with you. I think I'm a little screwed. Convict music. All right, chat. Good stuff today. Good stuff. Let's send y'all over to the goats. The clown show. Let's send y'all over to the clown show. Stay tuned. If you don't listen to these guys, give them like 10 minutes. They're pretty fun. They're very fun. They're entertaining. They like hot dudes, and they like our home run plays. They're going to ask you when you go to this chat. When we go over here, they're going to ask you for who we're taking for homers today. You already know the deal. Y'all already know the play. Right here. Y'all know the plays. Yandy Abrams Goodman, Yandy Abrams PCA. So when they ask, let them know. All right? When they ask, let them know. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. It's going to be sub only. Whole watch list is posted in the WAP right now. And yeah, I will catch y'all later. Peace out.